If there was ever a celebrity relationship that looked unstoppable from the outside,
And it is now being announced that Stefon Diggs not only lost the Super Bowl, he also lost his girl in the same night.
it was Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. The cameras loved them, social media loved them, every appearance felt bigger than the last, like the entertainment world had found its next power couple. But sometimes the relationships that shine the brightest in public are already falling apart behind closed doors. And according to the internet, Super Bowl Sunday became the exact moment everything finally exploded.
Everybody wanted to see her at the games. They wanted to know her opinions, They wanted to see her support for him. But it was not only the good luck, it was her facial expressions, it was her body language.
February 8, 2026 was supposed to be legendary for Cardi. Her boyfriend, New England Patriots star wide receiver Stefon Diggs, was preparing to play in Super Bowl LX at Levi's Stadium, the biggest stage in football. Cardi had spent the entire season standing beside him like his loudest supporter. Week after week, she showed up to games, posted him non-stop online, defended him publicly, and embraced the role of the ultimate ride-or-die girlfriend. Fans compared their relationship to the media frenzy around Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift because every move they made instantly turned into headlines.
You would be there, front row and center, to hold him and console him whether he's lost or he won. The fact that she left speaks volume.
For months, it looked like Cardi had finally escaped the chaos that defined her relationship with Offset. She looked happy, relaxed, hopeful, the kind of hopeful that only comes after surviving years of emotional drama and convincing yourself that this time things are finally different. But by Super Bowl weekend, people started noticing something had changed. The energy felt colder, tense, like something ugly had already happened before the game even started. Then came the interview that sent social media detectives into overdrive. A reporter approached Cardi during Super Bowl weekend and asked what should have been the easiest question imaginable. What do you want to say to Stefon before the big game? Instead of excitement, Cardi gave a short, emotionless, good luck, turned around and walked away. That was it. No smile, no hype, no emotional speech, just two cold words that instantly made the internet realize something was seriously wrong.
And it is now being announced that Stefon Diggs not only lost the Super Bowl, he also lost his girl in the same night.
And once people sensed tension, the rumors started flooding in fast. Reports began circulating that one of Diggs' other children's mothers had arrived at the Super Bowl with their child, wearing his jersey and sitting close to the action. On paper, that might not sound scandalous. A child deserves to see their father play in the biggest game of his career. But the internet focused on the timing and the overlap between multiple relationships connected to Diggs, especially considering Cardi had just recently given birth herself. Suddenly, people weren't looking at the relationship like a fairy tale anymore. They were looking at it like a disaster waiting to happen. Then things allegedly got even messier. Rumors spread online that a woman reportedly connected to Offset's past had been spotted around Patriots-related areas with what appeared to be hotel access tied to Diggs' circle. Whether true or exaggerated, social media treated it like gasoline poured directly onto an already burning relationship. The idea that Cardi's past and present drama were somehow colliding during the biggest weekend of the year made the entire situation feel almost unreal.
He feels safe and very confident and very strong. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I was literally having a panic attack. One time he just told me it's let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's okay.
And the game itself only made everything worse. The Patriots got dominated by the Seattle Seahawks 29-13 in a loss that felt embarrassing from start to finish. Diggs barely made an impact. No huge highlights, no legendary Super Bowl moment. Meanwhile, Cardi briefly appeared during Bad Bunny's halftime performance, but shortly after halftime, she disappeared from the stadium completely. She didn't stay until the end. She didn't publicly comfort Diggs afterward. She simply vanished from the scene while millions watched the collapse unfold in real time. What shocked people even more was the money reportedly tied to the night. According to reports, Cardi had allegedly spent around $1.2 million preparing a massive Super Bowl after-party celebration. A celebration that suddenly made no sense after the crushing loss and growing relationship drama. Instead of becoming one of the greatest nights of her life, the entire evening turned into a public nightmare that social media consumed minute by minute.
That's absolutely absurd. That's first of all. But second of all, if you believe that just because of her name or her brand, that is going to make a tiger change his stripe.
Then came the social media moves that basically confirmed everybody's suspicions. Cardi and Diggs unfollowed each other on Instagram almost immediately after the Super Bowl. Entertainment blogs began reporting that the couple had recently broken up, although sources claimed the relationship might not be completely beyond repair. But public opinion had already decided the story for them. To most people online, the relationship was finished. And then the biggest allegation of the entire night exploded across the internet. Unverified rumors claimed Diggs had allegedly snuck another woman into his hotel room shortly after the Super Bowl loss. Important to say clearly, no verified evidence publicly confirmed those claims. No confirmed footage, no official receipts. But by that point, facts almost didn't matter anymore because the internet had already built its own conclusion. Cardi later posted a cryptic message saying, "Done." And for millions of fans, that one word felt like confirmation that the relationship had completely collapsed.
To be like Offset won the Super Bowl, That's hilarious. I truly do believe.
That's hilarious.
What made the situation especially heartbreaking was how recently they had welcomed a child together. Their son had reportedly been born on November 4th, 2025, only a couple months before the Super Bowl. The relationship that once looked like Cardi's fresh start was suddenly surrounded by cheating rumors, public embarrassment, and non-stop online scrutiny before their baby was even old enough to understand the world around him. And that's why Offset's reaction hit so hard online, because people remembered exactly how painful Cardi's marriage to him had been.
Imagine using your social capital for a man who had his court date pushed back so he can make it to the Super Bowl and then lose. It's truly embarrassing.
Years of cheating allegations, emotional public breakdowns, reconciliations, social media drama, and repeated heartbreak had turned their relationship into one of hip-hop's most toxic public marriages. Cardi had openly spoken about how emotionally exhausting that period of her life became, how it affected her mental health, her confidence, and her peace. So when she moved on with Diggs, many fans genuinely believed she had finally found stability. Instead, the internet watched history seemingly repeat itself in an even more dramatic way. That's what made this story feel bigger than celebrity gossip. To a lot of people, it looked like Cardi escaped one storm only to walk directly into another one. What made the entire situation hit even harder was the fact that none of the red flags were hidden. They were right there in plain sight. The lawsuits, the rumors, the non-stop drama surrounding Stefon Diggs' personal life, the allegations, the endless stories involving other women and complicated relationships. Cardi saw all of it. Everybody did. And according to people close to the situation, Cardi tried to protect herself from repeating history. She reportedly told Diggs early on that if another woman suddenly appeared with a child after they became official, the relationship was over immediately. No second chances, no endless forgiveness cycle like the one she survived with Offset. She had already lived through years of heartbreak once before, and she was determined not to let history repeat itself. But sometimes people recognize the pattern too late, after they've already fallen in love. At first, Offset acted like he didn't care. When Cardi and Diggs first started going public around spring 2025, he publicly claimed he was happy for her. He tried to play it cool while the internet flooded timelines with yacht photos, luxury vacations, and clips of Cardi looking happier than she had in years. But that fake calm didn't last long. By summer, Offset was already throwing subtle shots online, posting and deleting comments that people immediately interpreted as jealousy disguised as jokes.
I ask you, let me ask the audience. It is embarrassing for someone as talented as you are to be associated with a man who has multiple accusations, charges, lawsuits, and lost the Super Bowl. We don't see him hyping you up. Matter of fact, when he was asked about if you were going to get a ring, he joked and said he got to get one.
As the months went on, the tension between Offset and Diggs only grew more obvious. When Diggs debuted with the Patriots, Offset jumped online and mocked him publicly with a single disrespectful word: trash. Rumors later circulated about possible confrontations between the two camps behind the scenes, although nothing was ever fully confirmed. Still, by that point, everybody could tell this wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. Pride, ego, and public humiliation were all colliding together at once. Then, January 2026 arrived, and suddenly the entire internet exploded again after Diggs became connected to serious legal controversy involving an alleged strangulation incident, accusations he strongly denied. While the internet debated the situation, Offset made one brutally simple post that instantly went viral. "I won." 2 words, no explanation needed. Everybody understood exactly what he meant. And honestly, that was the darkest part of the entire situation.
Yeah, I wish things could have went another way, but you know the money, huh?
Stefon, I have a question. After you get your ring, is Cardi getting her ring?
Offset didn't win because he transformed into a better man. He didn't suddenly become the perfect husband or redeem himself overnight. He simply sat back and watched the man who replaced him self-destruct publicly. The internet treated it like karma unfolding in real time. Then, social media made the drama even bigger. Viral parody accounts, fan pages, and celebrity blogs began spreading memes and edited videos mocking Diggs after the Super Bowl collapse. One viral post claimed Cardi and Diggs unfollowed each other after rumors spread about another woman entering his hotel room shortly after the loss. Again, those cheating allegations remained unverified publicly, but by then the internet had already decided the relationship was doomed. Millions of people watched the situation unfold like a reality show happening live in front of them.
Let them go. Y'all are bigger and better without them. Y'all are doing phenomenal things that y'all do not need to be attached to these trash men.
The biggest debate online became simple. Was Diggs actually worse than Offset? That question dominated timelines for days. Offset cheated repeatedly throughout a long marriage, but Cardi had years of history, memories, and children with him. With Diggs, everything seemed to collapse almost instantly. A new baby, public cheating rumors, legal issues, online humiliation, and a breakup all happened within what felt like the blink of an eye. The speed of the implosion made it feel even more brutal. After the Super Bowl, social media turned into complete chaos. Fans, celebrities, athletes, bloggers, podcasters, everybody had an opinion. 50 Cent jumped online to clown Diggs for fumbling both the game and the relationship at the same time. Viral tweets roasted him non-stop. Memes spread across every platform imaginable. But underneath all the jokes, there was a deeper conversation happening that a lot of people related to emotionally. People weren't just talking about cheating anymore, they were talking about patterns, about emotional exhaustion, about what happens when somebody gives loyalty, support, energy, and love to a person who ultimately destroys all of it anyway. Cardi stood beside Diggs publicly through everything, even when the world was warning her to walk away. She defended him, supported him, promoted him, risked her own image for him, and in return, the internet believed she got embarrassment and heartbreak back. One moment people kept bringing up afterward was an interview where Diggs was asked about marrying Cardi someday. Instead of giving a serious answer, he joked that he needed a Super Bowl ring first. At the time, people laughed. After the Super Bowl disaster, the clip suddenly aged horribly. The Seahawks stopped him from getting either ring, and the internet immediately turned that into another viral punchline. But despite all the memes and trolling, many people defended Cardi too. They argued that this wasn't simply about one woman making a bad relationship choice. They saw it as part of a bigger cycle where women continuously pour emotional energy into broken situations, hoping loyalty and love will somehow fix everything. And when it falls apart, the same internet that watched it happen suddenly blames them for trusting the wrong person in the first place.
Keep it away from me. Whatever type of healing this is, that he was offering you, you might want to go and write a essay about this, because this could not be.
What kept many fans hopeful was the fact that Cardi B has survived public humiliation before and still managed to rise above it every single time. She remains one of the biggest female rappers of her generation, with massive records, Grammy, millions of fans, and a career that survived every scandal thrown at her. Meanwhile, Diggs was suddenly facing questions about both his personal life and his future in the NFL after one of the worst nights imaginable unfolded on the biggest stage in sports. And when people looked back at the entire relationship, one sentence kept standing out more than anything else: "Let me heal you." Those were reportedly the words Diggs used when Cardi was emotionally broken after Offset. That was the promise. That was the dream she believed in. But instead of healing, the relationship ended in public disaster, cheating rumors, legal controversy, social media warfare, and one of the most humiliating Super Bowl weekends imaginable. Still, if there's one thing people know about Cardi B, it's that she never stays down for long. Every scandal, every breakup, every public embarrassment eventually becomes fuel for her comeback. And that's why so many people believe this story probably isn't the end of her narrative at all. It's just another chapter in a life the whole world keeps watching in real time. But here's the thing about Cardi B that people keep forgetting every single time the internet tries to write her off. She always comes back. Always. No matter how ugly the situation gets, no matter how many headlines clown her, no matter how public the heartbreak becomes, Cardi has built an entire career off surviving moments that were supposed to destroy her. That's what separates her from a lot of people in the industry. Most celebrities crack under this level of pressure. Most people disappear after getting embarrassed in front of millions. But Cardi somehow turns humiliation into fuel. Every scandal becomes another comeback story. Every heartbreak becomes another anthem. Every moment where the world laughs at her eventually turns into a moment where the same people are screaming her lyrics word for word at sold-out arenas. And the timing of this entire collapse almost feels cinematic. 48 hours after the breakup rumors exploded across every blog, every sports show, every podcast, and every social media platform imaginable, Cardi wasn't hiding in a mansion crying on Instagram Live. She wasn't disappearing from the public eye. She wasn't begging for sympathy online. Instead, on February 11th, 2026, she was preparing to step onto a stage in Palm Springs for opening night of her tour. Think about that contrast for a second. While Stefon Diggs was dealing with legal headlines, public criticism, and non-stop internet backlash, and while Offset was online throwing cryptic shots and acting like he somehow won a championship from his couch, Cardi was getting ready to perform in front of thousands of fans who didn't show up for drama. They showed up because of her talent, because of her energy, because no matter how messy her personal life gets, people still believe in what she brings to a stage. That's the irony in all of this. The men around her kept chasing rings, status, validation, ego, public victories, Super Bowl rings, relationship wins, internet bragging rights. But the only ring that truly mattered in Cardi's life was never attached to a relationship at all. It was the spotlight, the stage lights, the roar of a crowd screaming every lyric back to her. The career she built from absolutely nothing through pure hustle, personality, and relentless drive. Because unlike relationships, the stage never betrayed her. Music never cheated on her. Her fans never abandoned her the way these men allegedly did. Every single time her personal life collapsed publicly, her artistry was the one thing that remained solid underneath her feet. That's why so many people connect to Cardi emotionally, even when they criticize her choices. They see somebody who keeps getting knocked down publicly and still refuses to stay down. And honestly, that may end up being the real legacy of this entire situation. Not the cheating rumors, not the memes, not the hotel allegations or the Instagram unfollows or the viral tweets clowning everybody involved. Years from now, most people probably won't even remember half the details. What they will remember is whether Cardi B turned the pain into another comeback moment, the same way she always has before. Because if history has shown anything, it's that Cardi B performs best when the world thinks she's finished. every time people count her out, she finds a way to turn the embarrassment into momentum. And standing under those lights in Palm Springs, just days after one of the most humiliating weekends of her public life, that's exactly the kind of image that reminds people why she became a superstar in the first place. At the end of the day, relationships come and go. Athletes lose championships. Rappers throw shots online. The internet picks new sides every week. But stages, crowds, music, legacy? Those things last a whole lot longer than celebrity drama ever will. And deep down, that's probably why Cardi keeps surviving situations that would completely destroy other people. So while the blogs keep arguing over who won, who cheated, who folded, and who embarrassed who, Cardi B is likely focused on the only thing she's ever been able to control, turning pain into performance and chaos into another chapter of a career the entire world still can't stop watching.
That's what separates her from a lot of people in the industry. Most celebrities crack under this level of pressure. Most people disappear after getting embarrassed in front of millions. But Cardi somehow turns humiliation into fuel. Every scandal becomes another comeback story. Every heartbreak becomes another anthem. Every moment where the world laughs at her eventually turns into a moment where the same people are screaming her lyrics word for word at sold-out arenas. And the timing of this entire collapse almost feels cinematic. 48 hours after the breakup rumors exploded across every blog, every sports show, every podcast, and every social media platform imaginable, Cardi wasn't hiding in a mansion crying on Instagram Live. She wasn't disappearing from the public eye. She wasn't begging for sympathy online. Instead, on February 11th, 2026, she was preparing to step onto a stage in Palm Springs for opening night of her tour. Think about that contrast for a second. While Stefon Diggs was dealing with legal headlines, public criticism, and non-stop internet backlash, and while Offset was online throwing cryptic shots and acting like he somehow won a championship from his couch, Cardi was getting ready to perform in front of thousands of fans who didn't show up for drama. They showed up because of her talent, because of her energy, because no matter how messy her personal life gets, people still believe in what she brings to a stage. That's the irony in all of this. The men around her kept chasing rings, status, validation, ego, public victories, Super Bowl rings, relationship wins, internet bragging rights. But the only ring that truly mattered in Cardi's life was never attached to a relationship at all. It was the spotlight, the stage lights, the roar of a crowd screaming every lyric back to her. The career she built from absolutely nothing through pure hustle, personality, and relentless drive. Because unlike relationships, the stage never betrayed her. Music never cheated on her. Her fans never abandoned her the way these men allegedly did. Every single time her personal life collapsed publicly, her artistry was the one thing that remained solid underneath her feet. That's why so many people connect to Cardi emotionally, even when they criticize her choices. They see somebody who keeps getting knocked down publicly and still refuses to stay down. And honestly, that may end up being the real legacy of this entire situation. Not the cheating rumors, not the memes, not the hotel allegations or the Instagram unfollows or the viral tweets clowning everybody involved. Years from now, most people probably won't even remember half the details. What they will remember is whether Cardi B turned the pain into another comeback moment, the same way she always has before. Because if history has shown anything, it's that Cardi B performs best when the world thinks she's finished. Every time people count her out, she finds a way to turn the embarrassment into momentum. And standing under those lights in Palm Springs, just days after one of the most humiliating weekends of her public life, that's exactly the kind of image that reminds people why she became a superstar in the first place. At the end of the day, relationships come and go. Athletes lose championships. Rappers throw shots online. The internet picks new sides every week. But stages, crowds, music, legacy? Those things last a whole lot longer than celebrity drama ever will. And deep down, that's probably why Cardi keeps surviving situations that would completely destroy other people. So while the blogs keep arguing over who won, who cheated, who folded, and who embarrassed who,
Cardi B is likely focused on the only thing she's ever been able to control, turning pain into performance and chaos into another chapter of a career the entire world still can't stop watching.